Hello there, and welcome to this next replay of the Great War. We will be playing Scenario 9 from the Somme campaign, and that is the Mash Valley, and La Boisselle is the name of the scenario. I've actually brought out my military atlas of the First World War, so we can see where on the front this will be happening actually. So we have the Somme front here. These dark lines are the German trenches. This thick grey line here is the original positions of the British when it starts, and we will be fighting here at the Mash Valley, and here we have La Boisselle, the village, and we also will see a portion of Solitaire, the other village nearby. So the battle will, well, kind of this rectangle will be the battle area. In the next scenario we'll move to the Sausage Valley and the battles there. I think we'll also in that scenario we'll see a bit of La Boisselle. So, well, maybe that isn't too clear where we are anyway, but it's always nice to see how they, are linked together, these scenarios from a certain campaign. Okay, so here we have the scenario from the rulebook. And as you probably know, this was fought on the 1st of July 1916, and we will be playing the British, and in this case some elements of the 8th and 34th divisions. In this first one, the Mash Valley, we will be playing elements of the 8th division. And the next will be the 34th. So, also in this scenario, as you remember from the last one, we have that mine explosion area. We have some mine craters here as well. So if you want to read the scenario notes here, you can pause the video and just read it. I will not do that. So let's check out the board then. So up here is one building hex, that's Solitaire, and down here we have 3 building hexes, which is depicting the La Boisselle village. Here we have some woods. Here's the mine crater we're talking about, and as we saw in this book, British starts really close to La Boisselle here. The lines are just in front of the German trenches, and as you can see, that's exactly how it looks in this scenario book as well. It's just one hex in between, and that's even woods, so this will be intense. Here's the Mash Valley. It's a large chunk of open ground, which will be quite difficult to leap over, I think, as the British, but let's see how we're gonna do it. So we need 7 victory medals for a victory, and as usual we get 1 for each unit eliminated. We get 1 temporary one when we occupy any German trench hex. We get 1 for the breakthrough event, if we stand on the German blaze line and in the next activation exit. We get 1 for each unit doing that. We also get 1 as the British for each building that is occupied. And we have 4 buildings in this scenario, so potentially we have 4 victory medals there waiting for us. Also, the mine crater It's a temporary medal objective. So there's a lot of terrain objectives in this scenario actually. And the British are racing against time, so the German will gain 1 medal if they play these recon cards. Okay, for the special rules, the British will do the no man's land shelling, and then we have a special rule regarding the buildings of La Boisselle. They are fortified, so they will ignore 2 soldier symbols and 2 flags. That means those 3 buildings. Those of you who have seen the tank expansion know that we have a new terrain type, or terrain addition more like. It's the strong points or fortified positions. I think that's the official name of it. And I think that's exactly what these guys are, because in that rule it says that when you put such a marker on any hex, you add 1 additional ignore possibility for a flag and 1 soldier symbol. So a building as a base protection, it's 1 flag and 1 soldier unit, right? So when it also has this strong point on it, it adds 1 more soldier symbol and 1 flag to be ignored. So that's why these buildings can, or units within these buildings can ignore 2 soldier symbols and 2 flags. It also states that if you get devastating fire from artillery on such a hex, meaning you roll 3 or more dice, right, on the target hex, then you actually remove the strong point marker. And I will go with that rule. So if we get really heavy bombardment on these buildings, I will remove the extra protection it has, and also think we can put a crater marker there, or shell holes. Yeah, and that's for the special rules. As for the assets, we both got 3 combat cards, and as I said, I will play the British, so I will grab 2 command cards and give the Germans 1 for each turn. We got 7 HQ tokens each, and both have quite big reserve artillery strength, which is 5. And the British moves first, so after we have done the no man's land shelling. And again, as in the last scenario, I'm using this custom terrain I have. You see, I've added some houses here. They are, of course, representing the building hexes in the original game, and if they have roof on them, then they are unoccupied. The occupied building, I remove the roof and put the units within, like that. Also, to remind me of these fortified buildings, I have put a fortified or the strong point marker here. It looks like that, and you get these in the tank expansion, as I said earlier. So these 3 are hard nuts to crack, I guess. So let's have a look at the units. So if we start from our left, we have some rifles here at the far end, a machine gun pretty far away from the German line, so if they want to attack, it's only 1 die. We have a trench mortar here. We have more rifles. A lot of riflemen in the trenches waiting to go at the top. Here in this corner we have another machine gun, a gap, and then we have another rifle unit. We also have some second line reserves here, which is 2 rifle units. In addition to those guys, we actually have some 2 units that have gone over the top already. So they are here in the no man's land, advancing towards that crater from the mine explosion and the German lines and maybe the woods just in front of La Boisselle. And that's our or the British forces. For the Germans, if we start from their back, they have some rifles coming in just besides the Auvilliers village, and here we have a trench mortar unit. In the middle here we have some rifles. If you move on here we have a machine gun just opposing our machine gun here, right? So we got 5 hexes in between. And here we have another rifle unit. If you follow the trench towards the front, we have another machine gun here. Then we have this mine explosion area, and here's another rifle. Here's yet another machine gun just in front. I mean, this is really close to my units, even though I don't have any guys just here in the far end of that trench line. 2 of the buildings of La Boisselle is occupied. Here we actually have a trench mortar sitting in this house, and over here we have a rifle unit. And here's another rifle unit just in that area too. So that's quite a lot of Germans here. Here we have the whole area, more or less. So I think it will be really hard to, cross that big gap with rifles. So especially when they have these 5 strength artillery, so that would be suicide to run over, I think. So at least the initial plan is to advance on this area. On the other hand, Germans have good defense positions here, but we have plenty of victory medals to fight for here, so it makes a natural area of advance for us. So the Germans combat cards, they have this physician card, so they can buy back lost soldiers to a unit by paying HQ tokens. Trench foot, which can hinder us from movement, and reposition, so they can reposition any activated heavy equipment, meaning machine guns and mortars, and they can move 3 without movement or fire, and then after the combat they can move up to 2 hexes. Quite a good cards there. I think I too have pretty good cards. We have the stretcher barrier, we saw that in the last scenario. We can remove a unit, either friendly or enemy that is weakened. This is a real ace. Surprise ambush. So we can, when the Germans attacks us, we can play it in close combat. We can play this card to attack first with 1 additional die. Really good card. And then we have this tactician card, really good also. So if we have let's say we have a left section card, we can transform that to a center or right hand side section card. Okay, I think that's enough. Let's start it up. I will do the no man's land shelling, and actually if we get loads of shell holes here, we don't know yet, maybe we could consider an advance over here where the Germans are maybe not that strong compared to our right hand side. So let's see how that goes, and then check our cards and see what the battle plan will be. Right back after the no man's land shelling. Okay, so here we are. We got 6 shell hole hexes after a bombardment. Here is 3 linked. Could be useful if we eventually wanna do a drive up here. We also got some up here in this trench and mine explosion area. Maybe this one can come in handy actually quite early. I mean, these guys could run there, or they could also go there as well. Well, let's see. I think we are now ready to reveal our command cards. So we have a probe center. That's kind of good. We can get those guys into cover at once. Then we have a replacements card. Okay. Maybe a bit early to get these now, but well, why not? So, we also have this tactician, so we could change these to some other sector if you want, but I'm pretty happy to get these guys into cover. So, let's see what we can do here. I will activate these 2 guys as said, and I think I want to grab that crater right away. Okay, if they want to move out eventually, they need to stop in an adjacent hex. That also blocks line of sight actually. Anyway, so these guys will grab hold of the crater, which is actually worth 1 victory point if I'm still here in my next turn. Now for these guys I could rush into the trench and be there, meaning I will actually grab another victory medal for that, but if I go those 2 hexes I cannot attack. So one thing would be actually to go 1 hex into the woods here and attack with 2 dice. Yeah, but let's first see if he wants to hinder us from these movements. This guy first. Maybe I don't actually get into that shell hole. No, he's not playing that. So let's see if he, based on these guys, I will actually do the wood option. I don't want to end up without any attacks as in the last scenario where I just got beaten wherever I went. So, but let's see if he wants to hinder me from go there, and he did actually. He wanted to play this trench foot now. He will pay 1 for that, and sadly enough that guy will be left out in the open then, because they may not move or battle. So we go back with these guys, 1 hex, and since that guy went 2 hexes, it cannot combat. So I'm finished with my movement. So let's discard this and grab another card. That's basically it. No, it isn't. I still have 7 of this, so I will get me another one of these. Bottom bayonet. Not bad. I now have both the surprise ambush and the bottom bayonet. Not bad at all. So, do I want to discard anything? No, I'm happy with my combat cards. So now we are ready for the German turn 1. And they got also a probe center. So they will activate 2 guys in the center. And I think Let's see. There are also some guys back there, but I think he wants to give me some fire now. So the machine guns will activate and fire into that crater hex there, and he will also actually attack me from here. And I will start with the ranged fire, because if I have to move away, I'm a better target for that guys. And those could actually also fire here if I'm not adjacent to him there. Let's see again what the cover was in this crater. Ignore one soldier symbol and one flag from ranged and close combat. So it's a 1-1, like a shell hole basically. So yeah, let's start with the ranged combat then. He will get 3 dice, and he didn't hit me at all actually. I can ignore those, and the deadly die is not a valid hit. So I'm still here and I'm good. Then comes the close combat, and I will now play my surprise ambush. Surprise, surprise. So I will first battle with 1 additional die, and if the German guy is left there, he can commence with his close combat. That costs me 3 HQ tokens. But I got actually 4 dice, which is not bad at all. And, well, quite successful. I got 2 hits, 1 soldier he ignores, and I got 1 HQ token as well. So he's down to 2 now, but he can though battle with 3 dice. So let's see what he achieves. Well, 1 hit and 1 HQ token is his result. And 1 guy down here. Like that. Okay. That's actually it. And we'll see how many he has. 6, 7 HQ tokens. So let's see what he wants to do. He rolled a 5. That means he will grab a combat card. And he got a Lost Messenger. That's the expensive one where the orders of the opponent is reduced to 1 unit. Cannot be artillery. Okay. So, do he want to discard anything? Nope. Think he's good with that. So, let's jump directly to turn 2 then. And we have a recon right. I don't think I want to waste this card yet until I'm taking more casualties. So I have a recon right. And what do I want to do then? I could activate that guy, jump into the woods and fire with 1 die against this unit there. Could also jump into that woods and fire with 1 die against his machine gun. But I don't know. think I want to come with more force when I can do that. I could also change the section now with my tactician card. Maybe that would be something. I could activate the center and either attack with that guy or actually move up these guys into the woods or to that open and attack him with 3 dice. That's not bad actually. I mean, I think I'll play the tactician card now. So pay 2. Like that, and I will activate the center, and these guys move here, hoping to get a good result to, you know, get him out of the trench there. So I will roll 3 dice for my attack. There's no card he can, nope. So here goes, and we got, well, 1 hit. Not good enough. Still out in the open, but anyway I would have been in the open. So that's that. Now since I got the recon card, I can do the exception of the blind card and choose one. So I got an artillery bombard or an infantry assault. I don't at the moment have any really good artillery artillery targets, because there's no Germans really adjacent to each other. They are all spread out. So this is a good card, but I'll actually discard that and take the infantry assaults. And then now I only have 3 of these. I think I'll grab 2 of these this time. Yeah, like that. And I will not discard any card. Oops, I forgot to draw a card for the Germans. So actually well, it's too late now. So this is the Germans card then. Okay, they got a recon left, meaning they could, well, they cannot play the physician on that guy because it needs to be an ordered unit and he's in the center section. He could play the reposition, but why should he? No. What he will do now is actually to activate his mortars. And they will fire. Since they are 4 hexes away from my guys in the open, they will get 2 dice. And I have no cover. So that's what will happen. Can I do anything? Nope. So he fires with 2. And he hits me for 2 actually. Oh, it's so deadly to be in the open this game. Okay. 2 down. And now we don't forget to give him right away a new command card, and we check what he wants to do. He still has 7 of the HQ tokens. We rolled a 5, so he will now get another combat card, which is a wire cutter, which is really, I mean, there's no wire in this scenario, so he will discard it right away. He can do that because he didn't play any combat card, and grab another of these instead, like that. And that was actually the German turn too. Good hit from him there. Okay, but he's really down there as well, so if I now play the infantry assault, or should I go for the replacements now? Let's see. Each soldier symbol, one last figure is returned. HQ, one last figure to battlefield of your choice. Okay. I think I'll play this card. I just need to double check that I have 5 dice. Be right back. Yeah, 5 dice it is. And the good thing is that those guys who gets ordered, gets replacements, also gets ordered. But I wonder if he could counter with this card right now. I wonder if he plays this, if I only can get replacements to 1 unit. Could be worth it for him to play it in that case. I'm not sure. Playing reaction of opponent's command card. Opponent's orders do not get through the lines. The number of battlefield units ordered this turn. Okay. Basically, I think I can get the replacements, but I can only order 1 unit. So, in that case, I don't think he's interested in trying to play that. So I will roll my 5 dice, and let's see. I hope for soldier symbol or HQ. Okay, I got. Let me see, a flag. Is flag good? Yeah, for each HQ a flag, 1 lost for unit is returned for any HQ tokens as well. So I basically have 4 guys to return. I have 3 losses, so I will return them all. So these guys is in full strength. This is in full strength. And both are ordered. By the way, I forgot to do one thing in the German turn. Since he played the recon card, he actually gained 1 victory medal. Since I'm racing against time. Okay. Not bad, not bad. So, this time I'm pretty sure I will grab that. Speaking of victory medals, I need one too, right? I'm occupying that one. So, okay, where should we put these guys then? It's not much room here now. I'll keep them here. Okay, what I wanted to say is that I think these are. It's a big chance that I grab that one now and eliminate that unit. So I will not move with that. I'm confident that I can do an advance after combat. And these guys will probably just fire, or no, maybe not. Maybe it's better to pin these guys. I will actually advance here and here, and these guys actually jump into here now. That's what I want to do. So, let's start here. By the way, we have no combat cards for the Germans to play now. That suits this situation. So I will attack here with 3 dice. And I got what I wanted. This guy is gone. And I got the victory medal. I now have 2. I could advance into that hex, but I will not, of course. Or why not? I want to keep one guy here so I can keep my victory medal. And that guy will attack his machine gun, also with 3 dice. And oh, that's good. This is going way better than in the last scenario. 2 hits and 1 HQ token actually. Not at all bad. So the German has some losses already. I have right now none, thanks to the replacement card I just played. That's that. I now have 6 of these, so I will have another combat card, and that's advance over the top. We know that one by now, right? And I have the option to discard a combat card, but I will not. I'm happy with what I have. I'll grab me another one of these, and by that we're actually ready for the German turn 3. This is turn 3, right? Yes, it is. Feels like it's a big pace here. Okay, they got an assault right. They got themselves an assault right. I don't know if they are too happy with that, to be honest. They have 3 units there. That guy cannot fire at anything. All of my guys are out of range. His machine gun could fire with 1 dice somewhere. Perhaps here. And he can of course move up his reserves. That's always something. Question is, where do he wants to move them? I think he will move them just here, like that. Okay, that guy, I think he stays put there, and his machine gun fire with 1 die against my trench raiders there. That's one die since it's more than 3 hexes away. That's a miss. So that's all. Well, he could have played his reposition and now move his machine gun 2 hexes, but I don't see why or where he wants to move that right now. I think he needs some heavy equipment on this side if I start to advance. That machine gun could be worth a lot then for him. So nope, he will not do that. This means he's ready with his activation. Oops, only 1 card for the German player. And he now has 8 of these, so let's see what he wants to do. He wants to grab a combat card, and that's a machine gun barrage. Okay, fire twice with 1 additional die. That could be a good card for him actually. Let's see if we can get it here into the rack. Like that's cool. And again he could discard a card But he has pretty good combat card hand, and he got quite a lot of these, so he's not needing to do that now. So 3 turns played. I'll upload this video, and we as the Brits are in the lead, 2-1. One of these is of course a temporary one, it's the Crater Hex. We'll gain another temporary one when we start the next turn. But all in all, a good first 3 turns for me. I think it's fair to say that. Much thanks to my replacements cards. I was in a bad shape here with only 2 units for a while after his really good mortar fire there. So, and the Germans, 1 unit eliminated. That machine gun is not looking too good. 2 left there. Otherwise it's an open affair still. So thanks for watching, and I hope you'll be back for part 2, and we'll see how this battle goes. Bye for now.